I was going to show you to replace the watch battery in this, and now I've already taken the back off a little bit, I just loosened it. So it's basically off, alright, so loosening it is often the hard bit. Sometimes you sort of get this onto those little notches on the back there, on here, and give it a tap just to impact it, just to break it free, and then you can turn it. I just use this little screwdriver because it's convenient. This is actually my wife's watch, obviously not mine, because it's a lady's watch. And let's get this cover here out. So there's nothing holding it on this side here, apart from that little lever just there. It's just a tiny little edge. So there we go. Alright. This battery is a what? Get the light on it just right. Oh no, now I've dropped it. It's gone. The floor of doom. So it's an SR626 SW. See that on the top there? Running around the top. Very small. So when I previously replaced this battery, I bought a pack of them. And hopefully, definitely don't use metal tweezers across the battery that way, because you will short it out, and that's not very good for the life of the battery. Do know it's based on dimension, but then it depends on the model number of the battery and the coding system they're using. So let's just have a look at this. So this is the flat battery at zeroed, so it is 6.8 mil. So it says 626, so 6.8 mil was not really that way. Now this is supposed to be a flat battery because you know it doesn't work, so it's doing it that way anyway. 2.6. Right, so it's 6 mil wide by 2.6 thick. Right, so 6 mil wide and 2.6 for 2.6 mil thick. Okay, so that's what 626 means. So I'll put the new battery in and we'll try and get it in shot. So there's the hole. I'm not going to use tweezers this time because I don't want to short the battery out. And we'll just pop that in. Hopefully it doesn't go flicking out and disappear. Okay, so there's a little lever just there, which I'll try and get you to see. So that little bit there is the lever. Okay, that's what's holding it in. Right, so there's a little hole in it. I could have stuck my tweezers in the last time to pull that and it would have popped it out. So, alright, so that's that bit done. Pop that back in. Now you can actually get a proper tool for removing the backs of these watches. I do have one, but it's not very good. It's a poor quality unit, and it's not really worth using most of the time. So yep, we have a moving second hand. So that's working again. Screw it on by hand, get it started. You never start with a tool. You have to make sure it's always aligned properly. As you cross thread it, you got all kinds of problems. You never have it right after that. Now I'm going to get a tool out and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is the kit I actually have. It's got a little bracket here to mount the watch into. Alright, so you mount it in to hold it like that. You just do this up. And as adjustable, if you need to do a narrow watch like this one here, you might not quite grab it properly. I think you probably would do it. And then this part here is the tool for moving the back. So it's got these little pins here which you change. And I've got a packet of them right here. Different types. And in theory they lock into the back of the watch. So you mount it in that bracket, you stick this on the back, you adjust this up so these pins match the spacing on those. So let's just give that a go, shall we? Actually, here we go. So I've got this adjusted already. It's this little thumb wheels, like you stick those back to you on there like that. And two of them, you just adjust those up to get those into the slots. So once those two are seated, you come down and do this one here. You wind that one into the slot, and then you can turn it like this, and you've got a spanner which fits perfectly onto the back of the watch. It was a little bit too tight, I might have to loosen it back off a little bit like I have done. But this particular watch doesn't quite fit in it very well. It's right on the edge of these mounts, on these grips. So it's wanting to slip off. The design isn't quite conducive to being held very well. It really needs to be spaced off very slightly. It's something that could be done, but it depends on the washers underneath it. But for this I thought I'd just don't worry about it. But so again, same deal, we've got a strap like that, you can just stick this on there. And I have to move the strap out of the way. Then get on there with that and just turn it. Right, like that. So, very handy little thing to have. It wasn't that expensive, this kit, so that's how you do it. Now, one working watch. And obviously this kit also has those screwdrivers and pins, pin punchers, so you can push the pins out from the straps, things like that. It's got some spare strap pins and stuff in there as well, various ones. It's also got this pin pusher here, mount here too, so it's a nice little kit. But it wasn't that expensive, so if you do a bit this occasionally, and it's always a pain to get the back of the watch off, it's worth investing in one of these kits. Just look on AliExpress or Banggood. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you found it interesting.